Hello and welcome to my already in progress build of Castle Ravenloft from Dungeons and Dragons. Now, because this is my first time streaming and the previous first time streaming the build, rather than simply posting it to the Draconis Fantasy blog, and give you a bit of a tour of what I've built so far, while also giving you a bit of history of this rather infamous dungeon. Alright, so start here with the outer walls, which are the first thing built. Now, for most of what I've done here, it's started off with just the footprints rather than building everything. So, as you can see, let's give you a bit of an aerial view here. Now, I probably should mention that because this is basically a build of the main dungeon, or if you are, you might want to avoid, or this is obviously going to include spoilers if you are playing in a campaign featuring this map. So now on to some history of it. It started out as a setting for a home game run by Tracy and Laura Hickman, who are better known for creating the Dragonlance setting with Margaret Weiss. This was following a rather disappointing encounter with a vampire in an earlier Dungeons and Dragons game that they were playing. So after that, they decided to try to make a proper vampire adventure where the vampire had actual motivations and was meant to be a credible threat. Holy shit, that's a lot of monsters just all packed into that one hallway. Good thing I'm on creative mode. Alright, so yeah, so eventually it was, after running it at home for a number of years, it was later picked up by TSR, Tactical Studies Rules, the original publishers of Dungeons and Dragons, and was published as this module I6 Ravenloft, for the first edition of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Later on, in around a couple of years into the release of the second edition of Dungeons & Dragons, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, it spawned its own fully fledged campaign setting. This likewise being called just simply Ravenloft. And this was, like many of the settings during second edition, it was extremely prolific, but this naturally led to part of the issue that led to the downfall of TSR. In third edition, the Ravenloft campaign setting was outsourced to Sword and Sorcery Studios, while Wizards of the Coast's, the new publishers of the game, would publish a third edition remaster of the original adventure titled Expedition to Castle Ravenloft. In the fourth edition, however, there was no official Ravenloft releases, but Castle Ravenloft was the subject of a Dungeons & Dragons board game released during this period. Then, in the fifth edition, the adventure, the castle was featured again in the adventure Curse of Strahd, released in 2016. In addition to the castle and the village of Barovia, this adventure greatly expanded on both the storyline and the content of the game world, specifically the Valley of Barovia around the castle. Then, about a year and a half after that, the land of Barovia, including Castle Ravenloft, were adapted to video game form for the Mists of Ravenloft expansion for Dungeons & Dragons Online. Now, back to construction. Now, for reference purposes, I've been using both the isometric maps that come with the adventure, as well as the top-down maps, which are exclusive to the Roll20 version of Curse of Strahd. Now, over here we've got chapter, but kind of what we've been working on is sort of side passage on the north side. First, I've mainly been using cobblestone for the floors and stone bricks for the walls, just because these closely resemble what's used in the maps. Plus, I find that it suits using them on the floors rather suits the rough look of cobblestone. More well-constructed stone bricks against the walls. Now there are two of these. There are hexagonal alcoves like this on both sides of the front of the castle, as seen over here. So we're mainly just mirroring what's on this side. Though what's next to it is somewhat different. Now I can't remember why. I think I had previously built on this spot, but I got the positioning a little bit wrong, so I'm going to have to replace this cobblestone with dirt. There we go. Now, going to go check on the other side again, just make sure about how it's set up. Okay, so threshold, and then just go straight. That's 4 blocks wide. Now, just so I have more room to work with, what I'm doing is rather than having each square be 1-to-1, I'm having one square on the map approximately represent, I'm having one square on the original game map in Roll20 be represented by 4 squares or blocks in Minecraft, just so I have more room to work with due to the rather restrictive nature of the blocks in Minecraft. Simply because you can't partially fill a square. And on that note, and regarding that, it should be noted that squares in Minecraft are meant to be 1 meter long, while squares in your typical tabletop RPG map, including Dungeons & Dragons, are meant to be around 5 feet. So, it's not exact, but 2 meters is, I'd say, closer to 5 feet than, or it's as close an approximation as I can manage and what's available. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to build underground later, but for now, I'm just going to fill all of this in with dirt. And then build on top of it. See, I've already had to bulldoze over a few existing landmarks. Not landmarks, but just formations. I should mention now that I've used a flat map with only what we really need to use for what's below or for what's underground. Just because, even though a few years back they did increase the ceiling in Minecraft, there is still a finite amount of space which you can build upwards. So, towards that end, I just want to give myself enough space. Just want to have only as much downward space as I need, so I can get all the towers and stuff looking right. Now there's another little pond here. I'm going to have to fill that in later, but I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Just going to fill in this pond right now so it's not getting in my way. Once I decide how high the ceiling in this section is going to go, I'm probably going to make a point of replacing a lot of these cobblestone blocks, at least up to the ceiling, with stone bricks, just so it looks better. I mentioned that I'm also running Curse of Strahd at the moment, though my players are nowhere near ready to go into the castle itself. Not sure when that'll be. They are ready, but hopefully it goes long enough for that to happen. We'll just have to see. Need to step out of Minecraft for a moment just to give myself an overview of what I'm building next. Alright. As you can see, there's still the occasional bit of sand under the cobblestone. Depending on how extensive the underground bit for this is, it's probably not going to be noticeable anyway. There's a small little wall right after this part. Figure out what to do with that in a moment. Yeah, it's a really good thing I'm in creative mode. With all these mods, a nightmare. Not really sure what I should do at this part. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is thicken the wall. So you don't really see the cobblestone in a stairwell. You know, obviously there's going to be a wall at this part anyway. Gotta go high up to it, so you can't see anything from the stairs. Oh! Didn't see that coming. Just gotta check something here regarding a radius of a circular section. So 5, 10. I have to check a there we go. There, yeah, definitely 25, so 10. Alright, and I'm gonna have to check here. Minecraft Circle Guide. Oh yeah, I definitely also need to download that extension for getting the circles back in Google, or Google image search. That's going to get annoying fast. That's 25 feet. That's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, hold on. This is wrong. I'm probably going to get this bit wrong a few times. Alright, now to check against the Ravenloft map. No, that doesn't look right. Actually, it's close though. Maybe what I should do. Reference for where is that? sections where we should stop. Alright, so I got this whole square here. So that's about at the past the halfway point of this. So, and what we'll do is entirely possible that I built this in the wrong way. No, that's not right either. I could have it pushed out a little bit. That's not going to help with this. Unless, of course, I've miscalculated what it's supposed to be. Entirely possible that I miscalculated this. And it's actually going to need a 12 block radius, not a 10 block radius. Okay, so now I've got the 12 block radius up. I'm going to try building it that way instead. One, two, three, four. Still not lining up quite right. Unless I'm doing something about this. probably do something about those moisture noises coming out of there. Like this. I can use it. Okay, I gotta take out the floor here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to keep thinking on this problem here with the curved wall. Now, using a little bit of circle guide here. I suppose if I have it start later and jut out, rather than being directly flush with this wall, it could match up. Yeah, this could work.